2024. I'm Preeti Choudhry. Lots of politics heating up again because once again, viewers, rapist Dera Sacha Sauda's chief Ram Rahim has got parole. 7th time in just 2 years. And a little interesting, most of these times it's coincided with an upcoming election. We're going to break it down for you, but first up, taking you through the headlines. Ram Lalla's face revealed for the first time. The Krishna Shila idol has been sculpted by Mysuru's Arun Yogi Raj. Ram Lalla is now Virajman in the Garbhagriha. Congress's Digvijay Singh criticizes the new idol of Ram Lalla, says new idol doesn't look like a child. Asks what was the need for a second idol when there was already one where Ayodhya is concerned. Supreme Court dismisses Bilkis Bano convict's plea seeking 6 weeks mortal surrender. Convicts asked to surrender by January 21st. Rape convict Dera Sacha Sauda chief Gurmeet Ram Rahim Singh granted parole again for 50 days right ahead of 2024 elections. This is his 7th parole in 2 years. Prime Minister Narendra Modi unveils the Boeing new facility in Bengaluru. This is the aviation giant's biggest campus out of the United States of America. Expelled Trinamool Congress MP Mahua Moitra vacates her government bungalow. This is a day after the Supreme Court rejected her anti-eviction plea. All right, top story is once again the rapist Gurmeet Ram Rahim is back on the streets because he's been given parole again, viewers. A little astounding how easy it is for this man to actually get parole and how interesting it is that most of these times it's coincided right before an election, either in the state of Haryana, Rajasthan, by-polls in Haryana, by-polls in Rajasthan, Punjab, and now elections 2024. The convicted in rape and murder case, Gurmeet Ram Rahim, has been granted parole once again. This time, he has been granted a 50-day furlough, 50-day parole. And earlier today, he's already been released from jail. In November 2023, the Dera Sacha Sauda chief was given a 21-day furlough. And now, just 2 months after that parole, he's once again out for 50 days. Since Ram Rahim's conviction in 2019, he's been released from the jail for 8 times. This is the 8th time. In 2023 itself, he was out on furlough for 3 times over, thrice over. And in total, he was out of jail for 234 days in 1 year. And this is a man who is a rapist and who is a murderer convicted by the courts. This has now sparked a big debate, controversy, and questions are now being raised on the Haryana government that how is it that a rape and a murder convict is being granted parole repeatedly, and how is it that it always coincides before an election? Cutting across to Manjeet Sehgal, my colleague who's joining us with the very latest. Manjeet, lots of political commentary at the back of once again this murderer and this rapist getting parole. Get us the details.
Well, Preeti, as you said, Gurmeet Ram Rahim has been granted a 50-day parole, this time under Section 3 of the Haryana Prisoners Good Conduct.
Manjeet, you're on mute. All right, we're going to try. Yeah. Okay.
Well, Preeti,
right,
are you getting my voice?
Yeah. Yes, go ahead.
Well, Preeti, Gurmeet Ram Rahim has been granted a parole of 50 days under Section 3 of Haryana Prisoners Good Conduct Rule 2022. And he is now heading to his Barnawa Bhagpat Ashram. He'll be stationed there. But this parole has been granted with certain riders. He will have to seek local magistrates' permission to move out of this ashram. He will have to maintain peace and good conduct during his temporary release. But whenever Gurmeet Ram Rahim is released from a jail, questions are raised by certain organizations, including various Punjab-based Sikh organizations who have been seeking release of Sikh prisoners who have completed their jail terms. They always cite Gurmeet Ram Rahim's case. His case had also reached Punjab and Haryana High Court, besides the Supreme Court, which had turned down all the petitions saying provisions were already available under the Haryana prisoners' good conduct rules, under which the any convict who has a good conduct in the jail can get parole and even furloughs. So this time also, Gurmeet Ram Rahim is out on a 50-day parole. It is still coinciding with the Lok Sabha elections. Earlier, his releases, be it the parole or be it the temporary releases, were coincided with the Panchayat elections, the assembly elections in Punjab, besides Himachal elections, when we saw politicians meeting Gurmeet Ram Rahim during his discourses. But this time he has been banned from holding any discourse during the parole period. Preeti.
All right, Manjit, appreciate you joining us. Food for thought, viewers. 7 times out on parole, and out of 7, 6 times right before an election, be it a state election of a state like Punjab, Rajasthan, Haryana, be it by-polls in any of these states, or now the election of 2024. Gurmeet Ram Rahim, rapist, murderer, finds himself getting parole. The last year alone, 2023, 234 days. In the entire year, he was out on parole. With that, let's shift focus to the Bilkis Bano case, and at least some relief coming in for Bilkis Bano from the top court again. Why do I say that? Let's take you through the story. Bilkis Bano's fight for justice against the release of her perpetrators. The latest that has come is the men who killed 7 of her family members during the 2002 Gujarat riots. The Supreme Court has dismissed 9 convicts' plea, seeking an extension for their surrender. All of them, 7 of them, had sought an extension that they be given a 3-month time, giving various reasons. The court has thrown their appeal out and saying that now they need to surrender by 21st of January, which is the Sunday coming up. The convicts had moved the top court to extend their surrender by 6 weeks, citing reasons like harvest season or dependent parents. But the court struck down their plea and has directed them to surrender by January 21st, stating their plea lacks any merit whatsoever. I want to cut across immediately to my colleague Nalini Sharma, who's joining us live from the newsroom. Nalini, you know, that would be a big breather coming in for Bilkis Bano's counsel, because the court there throwing out the appeal of all 7 convicts, stating that there is no ground. Will you take us through the details?
Well, absolutely. In fact, Preeti, the entire matter was heard today. It was not 9 convicts, but rather 10 convicts who throughout the day yesterday, and one of them just early morning before the matter was taken up by the Supreme Court today, had filed this application asking for an extension of time. All of these 10 convicts were asking for time between 4 to 6 weeks to be able to surrender just 3 days before the deadline of them surrendering was supposed to hit. But at the same time, the Supreme Court bench of Justices B.V. Nagaratna as well as Justice Ujjal Bhuyan, who was the original bench that had given the verdict in this case on the 8th of January, have said that there is absolutely no merit in their applications that have been filed by these convicts, which means that none of these reasons that have been cited by them, some of which you also pointed out, like the harvest season is complete and they want to complete those activities, or that they have to take care of their aged parents. Some of them have even said that they have to get their sons married or have other weddings in the family that they need to attend. So none of these reasons were substantiated enough before the bench for them to actually go ahead and grant this additional time, and they've drawn the line in the sand. They've told them very clearly that they have to go and surrender by the 21st of January. But that's of course by no means the end of this entire fight, because the convicts do have the right to now correctly, through due procedure, apply for remission before the Maharashtra government, which is the appropriate government that can decide as to whether or not they should be released. So at every step of the way, we think that the fight for Bilkis Bano and the fight for justice for Bilkis Bano is finally over for her. But time and again, some new twist in the tale comes up, like we saw even with this remission that was granted to these 11 convicts. So it remains to be seen what happens in this case in the coming days as to whether or not they'll file a review petition challenging the judgment, or they'll apply for remission before the Maharashtra government, and what the Maharashtra government decides. But for now, definitely Bilkis Bano will be heaving a sigh of relief, because this is a case regarding remission that she's been fighting for at least the past year and a half.
Appreciate you joining us, Nalini. Thank you. They're getting us up to speed with the latest developments coming in on that account. Let's quickly now shift focus to Ayodhya.
Powered by Rungta Steel TMT Bar. Ekdam solid.
All right, the big countdown for the Grand Ram Mandir's inauguration is on, and you can get the best seat right here on India Today. Sri Ram Nagari, Ayodhya, is bustling with activity. Devotees are on a high, ready for the auspicious inauguration of the Ram Mandir, the consecration ceremony of Ram Lalla. Right ahead of the Pran Pratishtha ceremony, the city is decked up, glittering in colours. We bring you this detailed report.
Ram Lalla is here. Devotees across the nation are eagerly awaiting January 22nd, the day the Pran Pratishtha takes place. And Ayodhya is ready to give the deity a grand homecoming.
The timeline, the countdown for the Pran Pratishtha of the Ram Lalla idol at the Ram temple brings you these images. This is the Provincial Armed Constabulary of the Uttar Pradesh Police. The Provincial Armed Constabulary of the Uttar Pradesh Police playing Ramdhun and Ram Bhajan here at Ayodhya.
Jai Ram, Jai Ram. आज सनातन धर्म का विजय हो रहा है पूरे विश्व में. सनातन का पताका फहरा रहा है विश्व में आज 500 वर्षों के बाद.
The temple town is all decked up to welcome guests coming from across the country to witness history.
चुन चुन के फुलवा ले आई हो अपने राम लला खातिर, पौवा में कटवा कहीं न चुभ जाए, पौवा में कटवा कहीं न चुभ जाए. चुन चुन के फुलवा ले आई हो अपने राम लला खातिर.
Every corner of the town has got a divine makeover with Lord Ram's murals.
कार सेवा करने का मौका, यानी अभी जो आया हूँ मैं, जो पहले जो वीरान नगरी जो देख रहा था, आज मैं सही में स्वर्ग नगरी देख रहा हूँ. स्वर्ग है, जो दुनिया जो स्वर्ग हमारा पतित हो गया था, आज स्वर्ग जिंदा हो गया है.
Uttar Pradesh Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath unveiled a 30-seater solar-powered boat on the Saryu on Friday. A 2-hour ride on the boat will take you through the scenic architecture around the river Saryu.
Solar boat services are all set to start in the temple town. Ayodhya, at one hand, the nation is waiting for the consecration ceremony of Ram Lalla, and on one other hand, the tourism of Ayodhya is reaching heights day by day.
This whole project has come up with our group, which we are calling the Electric Mobility on Waterways group, and we are associated to trying to build the electric mobility on the waterways across the country. This is a 30-seater boat with 2-member crew, so about 32 people at any given point in time.
What we're using, to give you a little technical details of the boat, is twin 12-kilowatt motors powered by 46 kilowatt hours of LFP battery capacity, and we have 3.3 kilowatt of solar on the roof, which is constantly charging the batteries during the day. So we have the additional charge to give us more range of operation.
Various cultural activities are taking place in the town. Rangolis adorn the roads leading to the temple. Ram Naam is resonating on the lips of each and every Ram Bhakt. And after January 22nd, these devotees will finally be able to get darshan of Ram Lalla in his Bhavya Mahal. Bureau Report, India Today.
I want to cut across to Samarth Srivastav, who's joining us from Ayodhya with the latest coming in. Samarth, you've stayed put in Ayodhya, lots going on. I'm sure in front of your own eyes, the last time when I saw Ayodhya, I believe it's completely transformed, and we can see that in the visuals that you've been also sending us through the course of your reportage. But big day today, the first glimpse of Ram Lalla.
Well, exactly, Preeti. We have seen a terrific change in Ayodhya. Divinities all around, and I'm reporting from just near the Ram temple, and if you see the beauty around me, you can understand the exemplary work being done out here. This is the Ram Janmabhoomi Path. We are trying to show you all the visuals, very rich visuals. First, I'll ask my cameraman to put the camera across this particular agarbatti, the incense stick being put by Mangaldeep. This is the agarbatti being put on the parisar, on the area. So this is the incense stick corridor, the Sugandh corridor they are calling it. After Janmabhoomi Path, it's being, you can clearly come with me and see that on every part another agarbatti and incense stick, which is around in height around 5 feet, and it takes around 11 hours for it to diminish with this thing, and it gets changed even after 11 to 12 hours. So these are the pictures out here. While on the other hand, you can clearly see people out here with a lot of flowers. You can clearly see they are in a way decorating the temple for the consecration ceremony, and these are the very rich visuals where you can clearly understand how the entire area, entire parisar of Ramlala is being decorated. The floral decoration out here, they are doing this. कौन-कौन से तरह के flowers लगा रहे हो?
जी गेंदे के कई तरह के क्वालिटी हमारे पास
27 तरह के फूल हैं. नाम तो हमें भी इतने इनका ना पता.
27 तरह के फूल.
127.
127. You can clearly see that.
इतने इनका ना पता.
27 तरह के फूल.
127.
127. You can clearly see that 127 varieties of flowers are being put here. So these are the visuals as we move forward, and right behind me, around I guess 800 to 1 meters to 1 kilometer, there is an iconic Ram temple where rituals are still happening inside, and this visual is clearly exemplary. If you see the walls of this Ram temple, then you can clearly understand the Rajasthan stone is being carved here. The design, just see the design, people out here taking selfies, moving around, having a chat, and see this visual. These are the blocks, the stones from Rajasthan, and the way it has been crafted, this looks mesmerizing. And this floral decoration out here on the tombs, which also looks exemplary, beautiful, mesmerizing, and this bunch of bouquet. So these are the visuals of Ayodhya, and this clearly explains, at one hand, we are seeing the pictures of Ramlala idol coming in, the hard work, the 6-month-long work of Yogi Raj. So he also made a struggle, and these pictures you can clearly see another vehicle has come with different varieties, as we got to know. Around 127 varieties of flowers are being there, and a lot of devotees out here are moving across. I'll try to speak to some of them. आप लोगों ने दर्शन किए हैं अभी? So they are all happy, they are smiling, they have a smile on their faces, and there are many YouTubers as well. They are shooting the entire scene, entire Janmabhoomi Path. But we are trying to show you the visuals of this Janmabhoomi Path by moving across. At this particular end, there is the Ram temple, and in the evening hours, in the wee hours as well, you see this particular temple looks mesmerizing, and this is the bigger picture which clearly depicts the divinity of Ayodhya. Back to you.
All right, Samarth, appreciate you joining us. I think one, big takeaway from all of this is that the Ayodhya Vasis, or the people who live in Ayodhya, have been practically stuck in time, and, that mold broken for them, and moving ahead with all the development that comes with the temple where Ayodhya is concerned. We're going to keep getting you the latest, and you can get the front row seats to the inauguration and the Pran Pratishtha ceremony right here on India Today. With that, lots of politics, lots of political commentary around it as well. Congress's Digvijay Singh has said that what was the need for a new Ramlala idol when you already had an old one where Ayodhya was concerned. And as per him, the new idol, which we also showed you, doesn't look like a young Lord Ram, because that should be the idol in Ayodhya. Well, listen in.
The idol of Ramlala, placed inside the Ayodhya temple ahead of the consecration on Monday, has become the subject of politics. Congress leader Digvijay Singh's social media post critical of the need for a new idol has sparked a row. Digvijay Singh questioned why a new idol is being used when there was already a Ramlala idol. He also questioned the idol's form, citing some seers it should have been a child in the lap of Mother Kaushalya. The Congress leader's contention is that the new idol doesn't look like a child. The chief priest of the Ram temple, Acharya Satyendra Das, rejected Digvijay's criticism. Das made it clear that both idols of Ram Lalla will be kept for darshan in the mandir.
दर्शन तो दोनों मूर्तियां का होगा, जिसमें ज़्यादा लगा होगा उससे उनका ज़्यादा ये प्रसन्नता होगी कि हाँ चलो वो भी, ये तो कहेंगे कि हाँ वो भी मूर्ति है जिसको हम बरसों से दर्शन करते आए हैं.
The Congress in the meantime slammed the BJP, saying it had made Hindu religion an election issue.
अच्छा ठीक है, हम लोग निमंत्रण पत्र मिलने के बाद भी वहाँ जाने से इनकार कर दिए हैं, तो इसलिए अगर हम एंटी हिंदू है तो शंकराचार्य वो क्या होते हैं? तो मोदी जी का असली आचार्य है, बाकी शंकराचार्य कुछ नहीं है. तो देश में केवल एक ही हिंदू बचे हैं, मोदी जी, और उन मोदी जी के जितने चमचों हैं वही सब हिंदुस्तान के हिंदू है.
The BJP retaliated, claiming the Congress was not ready to accept that Ram was real.
पहले कांग्रेस प्रमाण पत्र दिया सर्वोच्च न्यायालय को राम काल्पनिक है. राम को मानने के तैयार नहीं था कांग्रेस. मंदिर बनाने के लिए हम कोशिश कर रहा, उस समय विरोध किया कांग्रेस. 22 तारीख नया मंदिर में रामलला का प्राण प्रतिष्ठापन हो रहा है, उसके लिए कांग्रेस को तकलीफ है, उसके अंदर तकलीफ है, उसके वजह से ऐसा स्टेटमेंट दे रहा है.
Mandir politics is spread to Bengal as well, with West Bengal BJP chief writing to Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee to declare January 22nd as a holiday so that people can witness the grand Pran Pratishtha. The Narendra Modi government and many BJP-ruled states have already announced half-day for employees on Monday. Samarth Srivastav and Aishwarya Paliwal in Ayodhya. Bureau Report, India Today.
All right, so the last bit of the story that you just heard, the central government has announced a half day for all government offices and institutions. Many states, most of them, BJP-run states, have announced a holiday on the 22nd of January, the day there is the consecration ceremony. Lots of commentary on that. The opposition has jumped in, called this misuse of power or majority appeasement. That's the debate we're going to take forward and to the point. To stay with us.
साहित्य के सितारों का महाकुंभ आ रहा है आपके शहर लखनऊ में. मिलिए प्रभु राम और मां जानकी की छवि को टेलीविजन पर चरितार्थ करने वाले अरुण गोविल और दीपिका चिखलिया से. फ्री एंट्री के लिए रजिस्टर करें www.aajtak.in/साहित्य पर या मिस्ड कॉल दीजिए 9310330033 पर. Celebrate the Ram Utsav with India Today from anywhere in the world.
Building of Ram temple in Ayodhya is a matter of pride for all Indians, whether in India or abroad, like me.
Namaste. My name is Karthik. I'm from Florida, United States. Everyone should follow the ideals of Maryada Purushottam, Shri Ram, and be the best version of themselves. The world will be a better place.
So I'm sending my best wishes and hearty congratulations to each and everyone who is celebrating it from Vancouver, Canada. Many, many congratulations. So happy.
Send in your wishes to India Today on WhatsApp at +91 73030 86006.
Meet Ram Lalla's neighbor Noor Alam. He owns the land adjacent to the Ram Janmabhoomi complex in Ayodhya. Alam has allowed the Shri Ram Janmabhoomi Teerth Kshetra Trust to hold Bhandara on his property from January 18.
जितने भी बाहरी हमारे सारे भाई लोग आएंगे, सबका भोजन की यहाँ तैयारी बनेगी और ये हमारे बाबूजी चंपत राय जी का आदेश है और उनका आदेश हमारे लिए सर आंखों पर है और उन्होंने खुद इस जगह को डिसाइड किया है और खुद समय निकाल के उसको बताया है। उन्हीं के कहने के हिसाब से ये सारी चीजें सब बन रही हैं।
The construction of the kitchen